Hey Pisces, so I am back, and what I did was I moved your cards, and when I looked back at the video before, I noticed that it was really dark. It was darker than what I thought it was going to be, so I did it this way. I wanted to make it closer so you could see it better, but a little bit of time had lapsed between. I meant to come right back into it, but I ended up getting tired because I had worked all day, so I slept for a little while, and it's probably the longest span of time that's gone in between the times that I've done videos. For like, more and more I thought about it, I said, that had to, there was some reason for that. Sure enough, things just started happening. There were all kinds of these really weird synchronicities that were happening, and I'm pretty sure it had to do with your reading, which is cool. So yes, we're still having the full moon. Okay. I don't know if I showed this to you before. This is actual moon rock. I got it from NASA. They say it's moon rock. I don't know. They could just say it's moon rock. It's not like I'm gonna argue with NASA. So anyway. Also, I have a video for you. I've got some footage of the moon that I will add to your video, because, you know, the Venus thing didn't work out, so I will put that on there for you. The only thing that I'm going to do different now, since the time has passed, because I'm really particular about the card readings being as accurate as they can be, and energy can shift in a time period, and I wasn't going to use, you know, I'm still getting the sense that your reading is a very intuitive spiritual message because of where all your placements are and everything, but I still just want to make sure that nothing, I don't, besides feeling a little bit of sense of relief from where it was before, which has to do with, you know, the retrograde coming to an end, and which you kind of, we did together, went through it within the little bit of time that's passed. I mean, it hasn't been 24 hours, but so I wasn't going to use the Rider-Waite deck, but like I said, I just want to get a sense of, see where everything is. I mean, nothing changed with this. I still agree with everything that I had seen here, or from what I read. I mean, obviously, use your discernment. If you're seeing, I've done that plenty of times. I've seen things in other readers' cards that pertain to me that perhaps they didn't see. I mean, there's not really enough. Let me see if I can do that. I mean, I'm sure you guys trust me to shuffle your cards, but you know I always shuffle them up really well anyway. So they've been, especially this deck, because I haven't used it in a while. But we'll go ahead and shuffle it. I'm still gonna pull it the same way. Do the same kind of spread. I'm just gonna move these up here a little bit. So the first card that we have, well, he wanted to come out anyway. So, okay. Well, I guess can't be, there's the 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So so far we're not too far off. I was about to say something. Oh, I had mentioned in an Aries video that I had the signs kind of bleeding, whatever you would, both into the next sign. And what I wasn't saying was which meant that now since I haven't done Aquarius yet, it would mean that it would have been Aries, and of course then Aquarius would filter into yours. But what I noticed was that I wasn't seeing anything between you and Aries. I didn't see anything, and there could have been, I just don't remember. And then I got hung up on that. I was like, what is that? What is that? What could it be? I think this feeling of yeah, see, we have the page, this feeling of wanting to talk to somebody. It's wanting to talk to somebody or missing somebody. And right now, I feel like you can't talk to this person. They're not around you, or it's for logistical reasons, or you're not letting yourself. It's one of those. Because here's the page again, and that's the messenger. I hope this is the walking away card. Look, the 8 of Cups. When this stuff happens, it really just, I'm gonna start laying the ones out here that were the same, so you can see. This is why I love full moon energy, because stuff is really, it just syncs up. And I want to tell you the other stuff that happened, but you know how I get. I'll go on a tangent and then I'll get off track, and and then we'll just be all over the place. And then we have the swords, and it was the 5 of Swords. So Eight of Cups. Five of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. Like I did with the other one, for the middle cards. This is how I've been doing my my other ones. Pull it here like this. We have the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. I don't think that you had those. Something to that. I know you guys can see these cards better, but it's harder for me to read this way. Oh, I only need to get 2 more of these out, and the rest I flip. So let's just see what comes out, and then we'll take it from there. But there's definitely still this energy here of missing somebody. The Five of Cups is regret. And the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of cups. I know you're a water sign. Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. I just need one more to fall, and I can pull the rest of them. Why am I so... I'm too OCD about that. I really need everything to be in a line for this stuff. I mean, I don't care if they get tossed all over the place here. You guys know that by now. But I want the same... was close to the same amount in the same order. Because I don't know, I feel like you kind of have to put out there like what you're going to pull or how you're going to pull for it to link up. Every tarot card reader has their things. Most of them are just laying their cards out neatly, which has not been my thing lately. It was warm today. It's still warm right now. Loving it. At least where I live, it's really warm right now. Time for the fishies. Time for you guys to come out and play. The World. Okay. Need 4 of these. I don't know that I'm looking for anything too specific in these cards. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't seeing or picking up some kind of a different vibe than what I was before. Which I definitely see the theme is the same. I got a little bit more information out of this. It was a spouse or a family member, obviously, that you want to say something to. The interesting thing here is that some of you, because we have the Five of Swords here, the Five of Swords here, we have the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and then you had the Seven of Swords before too here. There's so many swords and cups that have to do with messages. then the in the pages, like bringing, it's almost like these two want to give something to each other, or these two want to see something to one another. A parent and a child, or two people that were in love, perhaps. I don't believe this was ever said. Something that you wish that you could have said to someone. I do believe this. Excuse me. I think this right here had to do with the work thing. I don't see anything else coming out of that card, but I definitely know that this cycle here with this moon and this moon here, this cycle and this moon and the Mercury retrograde with the energy of Mercury and these wheels, that is what the main theme here is. This is longing for someone, missing someone. It's regrets. It's regretting not saying something to someone. It's all over this reading. And you have, well, here, I do see this as machine wheelies, or like, I don't know, wheels or something turning in a machine. So Mercury is the planet of movement. So it makes things work, it makes things run. That's why computers and stuff break down all the time during retrograde. Okay, I love how this happens. It just all comes together in my mind. Okay, obviously, then you would be holding on to the components that would make this run, or that would take action. It was in your hands or somebody else's hands to make this happen, to make this run. For some of you, this hasn't happened yet. For some of you it has. For some of you this has been regret. For the ones that want to tell someone something, some of you are hoping to find that clarity tonight. Definitely two people in a relationship. It's a man, this is a woman. Both the cards came out. You're both thinking about the same thing. If you're both Pisces, and one of you's not a cross watcher, I hope one of you steps up. This is a mutable water sign. You're not known for speaking. So maybe one of you has a Gemini moon or something, and you can just start talking. Okay. You've got plenty to say to somebody else. Just not to the person that needs to be told. if the person that you're thinking about wanting to say something to was somebody who did something to you and you want to speak your mind to them, I would encourage you to do that. I also see that somebody here is apologizing. Somebody is offering somebody an apology. If you're thinking about apologizing to someone, do it. Even if you think they don't deserve it, do it. You don't have to forgive them. Just apologize to them. And this is the 7 sins. So, somebody's done something to somebody here. Yeah, I didn't think this was a relationship reading so much in the very beginning. And for some of you it isn't. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can just be somebody that you want to apologize to. My mind gets wrapped when I start seeing this stuff because I don't think this is a divergence in a reading, whereas I say sometimes this could be going 2 different ways. The intuitive stuff, and I mean, because obviously you could be an intuitive person and have this stuff going on too, as far as the spiritual messages, the stuff, that kind of stuff. But you'll know. I mean, you are a Pisces. You'll know if it's right for you to apologize or talk to someone. I don't think necessarily that it's you that owes somebody an apology. I feel like somebody probably owes you an apology. That's what it's looking like to me. They're upside down. That wasn't supposed to happen. The King of Fire. This card is making me think of a Buddha or one of those gurus. I always get that from this. Just thinking about summer. Your heart's on fire. Okay, so that's what I was getting. What I noticed that what could be from the Aries reading leading into this one was I'll keep this real simple because I went off on that forever. Just to keep doing something that you love because if it's a heart message or a heart emptiness or loneliness or longing for someone. And here we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords again. The more and more I keep seeing this, guys, the more I'm thinking that Venus being so close between the Aries, Taurus, and the Pisces, all that around there, it's still coming into this. And this isn't going to be for all of you. But there's definitely another message coming through here with, this is a couple that's supposed to be together. a lot of deep thought going on here. Oh, here. They were the middle cards. Like I said, deep thought. And the Justice card. Number 11. Do I have to say marriage or divorce court here again in another reading? I don't know how many times this has come up. Or soulmate. Or twin flame. Twin flame's looking really good right now with this. This gets, I don't want to say it gets old, but it's just the Venus placements around these signs. It can't be helped. And then, of course, like I said, you have the moon behind there, leading up everything. With the retrograde, it's doing this to everybody on this side of the 12 houses because of the way the moon's directed and the way the planets are. There's nothing you can do about it. More Five of Cups, just regret thinking. It's getting better, I promise. And it's getting further and further away from your sign, so give it another week and a half, 2 weeks. Okay. The numbers 411 and 711, let's talk about that synchronicity today. I kept seeing those numbers everywhere. I have my little special code of numbers that mean something to me. And I know which numbers are supposed to be messages from Spirit. The 411 is concentrate and focus on your spirituality. And the 711 is inner wisdom and a spiritual awakening. If any of you are going through some period of sadness and you're looking for this thing to fulfill your dreams or just fulfill an empty space, or if any of you are thinking about doing something spiritual, whether it be Reiki, reading, tarot, anything with astrology, anything like that, anything that has to do with the metaphysical world, do it. This was a sign for you to do it. I wouldn't talk like that to any other sign. Maybe Taurus or Aries. And Scorpio. Okay, so you guys. But you rank number 1 out of them for intuition for those. Or if you have heavy Pisces placements. 10 of Cups. Did we have the 10 of Cups before? No. We have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups is the marriage celebration card. 6 of Cups. You got 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, 10 of Cups. You guys are water, water everywhere. This is water world. Water world. I feel like ping pong. What is making me think of ping pong balls? You know those ping pong balls when you're at the carnival and you're trying to get them into the little fish bowls? That's what this is reminding me of. I'm trying to make the connection with the ping pong balls. Okay, I'm really trying, and it seems important. Here's what I'm seeing with that. And this is probably very specific to a few of you. I don't... You were chosen, okay? And I don't mean this in... I mean, it could be in a spiritual thing, if that's what you want to think. But your partner or whoever this person is on your mind, whether you're a male or a female, whoever this person is that you're thinking about, that you're spiraling. See these snail shells that is just spiraling. You've got the wheels turning. You were carefully chosen by this person. You see how at one point, someone's just, dropping all the balls. They're not even paying attention to where they're going. They're just splashing around in the water, and then all of a sudden, they're very intent and focused on where they want to target, where they're aiming. They're like, think of yourself as that little goldfish swimming around in that glass, and they were very, very focused on you. You're very special to this person, or them, or they to you. For the ones that are not with, yeah, because, oh wow, okay, so you see the seahorse here? The seahorses are in the genus, I know you guys remember in biology class, like King Philip called out for green spaghetti, or however they did it, I don't know, but the genus in the animal kingdom, they're in the genus Hippocampus, but it's spelled different. It's Greek. But I'm sure many of you are familiar with the brain, right? The part of the limbic system. Yeah, the hippocampus is part of the limbic system. It's deep in the temporal lobe, and it's really important for memory, learning, specifically long-term memory, but memory in general. So it's the memories of this person. Again, I kind of get tired of saying romantic. I'm just going to say somebody special in your life, because it's not going to be the same for everybody. I'm getting child and partner. Could be both. God bless you if that's this thing, because what I'm seeing now is a pain so bad. That's how your whole reading started, was this pain, this paralyzing pain. Have you ever seen listeria on a fish? Like that fungus that you get in the water? It's a flesh-eating bacteria. Or, if the fish was bad, she seems to have a little bit of discoloration here on her fins, and then here The water's looking a little putrid. I mean, the listeria happens when it gets really, really hot outside and fungus grows on top of the water, and she looks like she's got food poisoning. But I'm using that as a metaphor, right? I mean, people eat caviars or fish babies. I hate to be so blunt, but that's the truth. So if you lost someone, or you don't have this person anymore, I'm not saying that the person is gone. I'm just saying that they're not in your life at this very moment. I don't know, with Aries I was giving them a little bit of, well, not a little bit of hope. It was a completely different energy with them though. I'm just not picking that up here. And I don't know if it's it may be the Neptune, and I would love to put a happy little dance on the end of every reading. But I'm still seeing a lot of pain, and it will get better. What? Yeah, I think June. June's gonna be a better month. I can't explain why I'm saying that. But if not June, definitely. Let me see. It's right across from you. Pisces, Leo, July. Yeah. There's the 7. Yeah, July. July will be better. Not June, July. I was trying to gauge that on on the 1-7 houses, which would be the opposite energy of where you are. So you're the 1-7 for Pisces is Leo. That's a whole nother half a cycle for you. Unless this person somehow returns. But then we get into the whole thing that happened with okay, is this an apology or what? And some can't return. What was I reading the other day? Something about, and this will probably just be for you religious people, but when or you don't even have to be religious to believe in God, but I'm not even going down that avenue. Something about when God takes something, or we know when you experience loss, God doesn't just replace it. He restores it. It's not just replace. it's restored. And by that, whatever comes back, you come out better in the end. It probably doesn't feel like that to you right now by this. I'm sure it doesn't. This can't be helped. If I could just be one of those readers that read tarot just specifically by the cards all the time, and I wasn't reading them by planet placements, I might be able to pull something else out of here, or it might even make, I'm sure it would make me look at these differently. I mean, I think. I have no way of knowing that, I guess. But I think that the planetary placements are important. And I might try to do a birthday reading for you guys. Like an actual birthday reading like I did for Aries. It seems only fair. I mean, it is your birthday season, not Aries yet. Aries. Always jumping ahead, trying to be first all the time. Poor little Pisces is last. Alright, let's see what our little critter cards have to say. Whew. See, I'm already like changing my tone already, getting away from those. I'm glad I live where I live and my Western Zodiac is the primary one, because I don't want to be a Pisces right now. I mean, I've been down in that water like that. I think if you're a human and you've got some halfway decent amount of time and age on you, well, obviously if you're watching this, you're a human. Unless you have a really smart monkey or something. But anyway. I've been down there before, and we've all experienced some kind of pain and loss. And nobody likes that feeling. Sometimes, do you remember me saying that I was sitting there yesterday and I wasn't breathing? I had no reason why. I was just sitting there, and when I was having like that squeezing feeling in my chest, but I wasn't breathing. And you know, breathing is something you do automatically. Like, why wasn't I breathing? What is that? Turtle. I see chakras when I look at that turtle all the time. The red and the green chakras, which is home and heart. Lion, you need strength. It's Leo, July. Number 7. It would be cliche to say come out of your shell. Don't you think? Don't you think? I just think that's signifying chakra. And speed. You know, this is a slow process. You can't wish it away. Well, look what we have here. Okay. If anything in this reading could make me happy, it's a dolphin. I have too many favorite animals, I think, but I love dolphins. I don't know. It's a 3-way tie between dolphins, frogs, and birds. At least you're smiling here. I'm taking one more. Or however many more fall out. And then we'll grab some fairies. Well, we weren't supposed to get that many. It's way too many. Oh, birds. Okay, this is a profound transition, right? So, by the month of July, I don't know what's going on in July, but by the month of July, you have you're smiling again. You go from slow, which hummingbirds, we all know that their their wings are faster than, well, I don't watch National Geographic all that much, and I don't know, but I know they're really fast. But look at that. It's like boom, like everything's lit up. Everything. Something lit a fire underneath of you, or just made you happy, but you've got all the colors there now. It's like things are working. And I know July seems a little ways off, but I don't want to lie to you and tell you that everything's going to be okay tomorrow. It's just placements in the zodiac that are, yeah, in space. What can you do? I'm right next to you, and I've got Chiron in mine, so, and Venus, who's sitting on the fault line between me and Taurus, squishing me to death, and every time I walk out my door at night, right in my face. And I'm like, I mean, it was bright last night. I'm like, can you get out and just give me some space? Go. I don't want you here. You know what I mean? Like, no. I'm not trying to deal with that right now. But no, you gotta be right up in my face. I give all the little planets voices, you know? Because they all mean something. Okay, well, this is your reading for, yeah, for, and I'll be back to do your birthday reading in a minute. I need to go get a drink and rearrange this stuff. So, bye. Happy birthday, Pisces.